Hello and welcome to another update video about ETH. Yeah, ETH shows a little bit of strength. It tried to break today above the 1598 level, or it's just trying that right now, which is our resistance here for this wave 4. Tells me that maybe on this microstructure, we need to consider a reinterpretation, but just of the microstructure for now, so it doesn't really change anything when we look at the bigger picture. The key levels up here are still relevant. So 1664, of course, still a relevant level against which I focus on further downside, and then 1700. These are the main levels to watch. So, until these get invalidated, the overall assumption that we come down in a third wave is not going to be, invalidated. The yellow wave count is still very much alive. But what always can happen is sort of some distortions on the microstructures. So what I want to do, I want to talk about, okay, what could it be if this wave 4 is a little bit more aggressive? Because just for explanation, what I don't want to see is two things. I don't want to see wave 1 or wave 4 and wave 1 cut into the same price region. I also don't want to see a wave 4 that goes beyond the 50% retracement level. So something must change here on the micro structure. And we want to do that together. Yeah, so I don't call that a sustained break yet, but it's come still too high for a wave 4, looking at the retracements. So I would pay attention now to this trend line. It's not very well defined, but it might stop price when it goes up. Micro resistance now is at 1608, okay? 1608, and this is a very difficult structure when we look at this downside structure, and I will probably play around with it a little bit. But what I'm thinking, maybe I need to reinterpret here the microstructures, so we can do that right now together here. So before I had on this chart this leading diagonal in a 5-wave move, in a wave 1, and a very short, shallow wave 2. Maybe we need to change things here a little bit. And an alternative interpretation of the microstructure alone, yeah, would be that this move down was a wave 1. Then we had a, let's see, where did the let's just try that with a new set. There you go, 1, then a wave 2, probably, let me see, yeah, probably here. Then we had the wave 3 down. I don't like the look of it too much. Could interpret that this might be a third wave. Then this fourth wave is now in the making, would allow it to go a little higher, and then a wave 5 to the downside. And this would form a larger degree wave 1, yeah, of this third wave. So we had 5 waves down in wave 1. We'll see how it develops. It's a bit of a messy structure on the way down. Expect it to change. Could even turn into a diagonal. So this is literally just to help you understand what happens here on the smaller wave degrees. So based on that, we could adjust resistance to understand, okay, what is the next level to watch? And based on that, resistance would stretch out a little higher. So potentially here all the way up to 1614. So it's not much, but it might explain why the price is pushing a little higher. If this is a valid interpretation, I would actually like to see a reaction to 1603 or at least 1614. We'll see. If this also breaks higher, then we probably deal here with a diagonal structure to the downside. Yeah, but to me, this is basically impossible to say also, because this looks like a 5-wave move down. I wouldn't really want to consider a triangle, a diagonal here. Because if the first wave down is an impulse, I would like to keep it as an impulse. So that's sort of my best view here at the moment. Pay attention to the trend line. Pay attention to 1614 resistance. Pay attention to 1608 micro resistance. And then we'll see if it gets rejected there. If not, again, it will then open the door for the white wave count again. But this is the more bullish interpretation, but it would need to prove it by breaking above 1700 eventually. Yeah, that's my update about ETH. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.